Shah Nimavog, welcome back. This is part two of our employee orientation series. Again, the Hassmusman Band received a 2-year grant from the state for climate adaptation work. We are now entering our second year and realizing that we need some basic education for our employees and others outside of the employee handbook. This video will also be posted to YouTube to make it easily accessible. If any questions at all, please email me at chawley@nipmuc.gov. So this time we're going to talk about art as an expression of cultural knowledge. So in many indigenous cultures, including Nipmuc, art is not separate from daily life. It's not only a product of creativity, it's an expression of ancestral memory, cultural survival, and land-based knowledge. So when employees create or engage with art, whether it's beadwork, basketry, stories, songs, or even food preparation, they are participating in the transmission of traditional knowledge. Every pattern, every material, every story embedded in a work of art reflects a relationship to the land, to the seasons, to identity, and to history. Art also helps us remember what matters. It brings joy, it helps us heal, and it teaches us about balance, humility, and connection. As a new employee, you are encouraged to consider how your work, whether administrative, technical, or on the land, can honor and uplift Nipmuc cultural expression. Another thing we want to talk about is economic development as land and community care. In this current world, we cannot ignore economics, but indigenous economic development is not about exploitation or unlimited growth. It is about meeting the needs in ways that uphold relationships, balance, and sovereignty. And that includes for us Nipmucs as well. For indigenous organizations, economic development is a form of care. Care for the land, care for our people, and care for our future. Whether it's through tribal enterprises, cultural tourism, agriculture, or educational offerings, the goal is always the same: to support our communities while protecting our values. Now, employees are invited to think about how every financial or operational decision can be aligned with Nipmuc principles. Is this opportunity sustainable? Does it support intergenerational wealth and well-being? Will it strengthen or weaken our connection to land? And we encourage you to bring those questions to your supervisors and ask them and discuss it. Practicing self-sustaining land relationships. So self-sustaining land relationships are at the heart of Nipmuc stewardship. This means building systems that don't depend on extraction, harm, or short-term thinking. Instead, operate in reciprocity with the land. For employees, this involves both mindset and practice. Whether you are working in policy, finance, education, or farming, your role contributes to a living system of relationships. Sustaining that system means supporting food sovereignty by growing, foraging, or protecting foods and medicines, reducing dependency on external systems that harm the land, and learning from traditional cycles of giving and receiving. This also means that every employee is part of a living plan, a seasonal, cultural, ecological cycle that must be honored and maintained. Stewardship is not just a job, it's a way of life or an adventure. Intergenerational learning and the flow of knowledge. Here in Nipmuc country, knowledge does not belong to individuals. It flows through generations. It's passed hand to hand, heart to heart, often through actions, stories, songs, ceremony, and land-based experience rather than books and classrooms. As a new employee, you are entering not just a workplace, but a living knowledge system. Your role is to receive knowledge from elders, knowledge holders, land workers, and others, and to carry and share that knowledge in ways that honor where it came from. You might learn through listening to oral histories, participating in seasonal ceremonies, observing how community members interact with the land, and hearing the same teaching repeated in different ways over time. Learning is layered and nonlinear. Don't rush it. Ask questions with humility, offer what you know with care, and remember, you are both student and future teacher. Now we're going to talk about the value of stories as curriculum. So stories are not just entertainment, they are our curriculum. They carry laws, values, ecological instructions, and the history of our people. A single story can contain teachings about how to treat the land, when to plant or harvest, how to live in right relationship, and what it means to be part of a community. As a new employee, you'll hear stories that may seem simple at first. Listen closely. Ask what they're really about. Every story has many layers. Some you'll understand now, others you'll grow into. Encourage storytelling in your work. Collect them, share with permission, and treat them with the same respect you give a written policy or a scientific report, because for us, they serve the same function and more. Making a commitment to the future. You are now working for a tribe that works on behalf of the next 7 generations, not just the next fiscal year. Your work, no matter the role, is part of a long continuum of care, resistance, and renewal. Whether you are restoring a forest, building a budget, planting a medicine garden, or writing a grant, your actions ripple into the future. We might ask every employee to make a personal commitment to that future. And this might be a promise to keep learning, a pledge to center Indigenous values or Nipmuc values in your work, a plan to mentor others or to protect the knowledge shared with you. And before you finish orientation, we invite you to reflect and answer, what will I carry forward and who am I accountable to? Thank you for your time. Thank you for committing to working for the Hassamusko Nipmuc Reservation, the Hassamusko Nipmuc Band and or the Nipmuc Indian Development Corporation. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.